Welcome to another edition of Indie Rock Radio here on CJSR 88.5 FM. I'm Fred Zeppelin along with the Wizard. How are you tonight, Mr. Wizard?
I am doing fantastic. Fred, how you doing tonight?
Fantastic. It's a little cool outside, but I tell you one thing, it's going to get awfully hot in the bank vault down here at CJSR.
Oh, yeah, we're just going to continue to heat things up, too. We've got some special guests tonight, lots of news, lots of music, so let's get it going.
Well, you know what?
What?
We got lots to talk about from the weekend, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, you know, a quick shout-out to Nathaniel Sutton for labelicious and dishing out some tasty tunes, because I like what he does. He does it by label, so he always has a really interesting variety and cross-section of music, and very cool tunes. And I know that the guests that we have here were enjoying that last tune as well, so it's fun. I think that was, what was that? This is Another Life by Case Studies. So that's Labelicious Radio. Make sure you tune into that and check out Nathaniel Sutton. He's got lots of things. He's got his own band, does his own production work. I think he has his own label too. That guy is he's a
machine.
He is a machine. He's a music man. So raises the bar high again for us. And now we got to work harder. Thanks to Nathaniel Sutton. Yeah, thanks a lot, Nathaniel.
Thanks, Nathaniel. Have a nice night.
Love your show, though.
Yeah, it's a great show. There's a lot of great shows here on CJSR, so you can stay tuned all day and night and hear something you're gonna like, right?
Yeah, it's guaranteed. And if not, you'll at least hear the BBC.
Oh yeah.
We all love the BBC.
No, it's actually a good news channel. But I want to get to the weekend because I had a very
tell me about your weekend.
I wrapped up some holiday time. Started off Friday night down at Caffrey's in Sherwood Park.
Oh, yeah.
I finally checked out Deanna Blackhear and Chronic Rock, who do cover songs, but they do them very, very well.
All right.
And she's very happy to see me. And
very cool. We made new friends again.
Yeah, that's what you got to do in this rock and roll game, right? You got to get out and get after it.
And there's so much happening. I mean, how do you keep up with it? You just, every weekend we go out and we meet more and more people and all these musicians and performers and promoters, and it's fun. This is a good town.
Well, it didn't end there.
No?
No.
That was just the beginning.
No, that was just a little bit of a warm-up. I went to the House of Seven.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you got to warm up for that place.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah.
It was Crazy Dave and the Renegades.
Oh, I really wanted to see them.
Yeah, there's a reason why they call him Crazy Dave.
Yeah.
But very high energy.
His name's Dave?
Yeah, that's it.
No, because he's crazy.
He is crazy, but he puts on a fantastic show, and the guy has so much energy. And
very cool.
I don't know. All the people at the House of Seven are great people. It's just a great place to be.
Well, what kind of music is Crazy Dave playing up? Has he got originals, covers,
both?
No,
these are all covers, but like your Motley Crue's, your Twisted Sisters.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Some AC/DC, a lot of chatting with the fans, and he put on a fantastic show.
Party music.
Saturday, well, we were both down at the Stephanie Harpe birthday extravaganza at Shakers.
Absolutely. Very fun.
It was a lot of fun. Stephanie was in her glory, and she's wearing those crazy glasses where it kind of like remind you of the late 60s with all these psychedelic colors.
Yeah, they had hearts on them. They were sort of holographic hearts overlaid on the lenses, so it was pretty cool. And she was tripping out pretty good. And looked like she was having a good time.
It was a very fun time. And of course, it was Earl Pereira and the Steadies doing some fantastic reggae music.
Love reggae music, and it's they put out such a fun vibe. And I'm going to be playing, and you're going to have to listen to the whole show to hear it, because at the end of the show, I've got he sent me an exclusive, Dynamite exclusive release of Love Revolution, and it's a great song. And they played it at the Shakers, and it was that's awesome. So we'll be playing that later.
Well, you know what? He played with I think he was the founder of Wide Mouth Mason.
Yep, he was the founder. Yeah.
So that's another, it's going to be great to get him on the show here shortly.
For sure, we'll have that lined up really quickly.
But it didn't end there.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Sunday, I was down at the Enoch Reserve. I missed the closing ceremonies for the World Indigenous Games, but I did see my very first powwow.
Wow, okay, that's cool. You mean you've lived in Alberta all these years and have never been to a powwow?
No, I honestly can say I have not been to a powwow.
Oh, that's a cool thing. Very cool cultural.
I didn't know what to expect at all. The Maoris from New Zealand did a haka.
Oh, yeah? Did you?
Oh, that was cool.
Did you pee your pants a bit?
No, I've seen it before, actually, because they do that when the New Zealand All Blacks play in rugby.
Did you see that? I saw them in Edmonton when they played that as well, and that was pretty awesome. You guys have mic'd it all as well.
It's very intimidating. But
that's the idea.
It didn't end there. After the powwow, and Stephanie Harpe was there, the closing ceremonies were fantastic from what I heard.
Right.
And It was just such a cool thing to go to, especially when you've never been to something. I was just like, my eyes were wide open. I didn't know what to expect.
Well, it was, I want to remind everybody, it was the World Indigenous Games. If you didn't get a chance, I mean, this was something that was a global event, and we had, I think...
44 countries.
Exactly, over 40 countries representative of Indigenous people from all over the world, and competing in various events that were just some traditional events, and some, like lacrosse was one I really wished I had seen was the final for that one, because I bet you that was a fantastic game. And, just really, really cool, and it's fun to have Stephanie as a part of that, because she's, has so much going on. She's a musician, and she's an actor, she's the, producer, and all kinds of stuff. And then she also happens to be, a very, very important part of the Indigenous community. And
very important part.
Very big representative of that community, and does a great job and gets everybody pretty excited about the cool things that are happening with the with that community. So, way to go, Stephanie. We love you, and glad that you're doing great things in your life and in other people's lives as well.
I got back in my automobile after the powwow.
All right, I hope, okay.
And I went over to the Newcastle pub.
Oh, yeah.
For the jam, the Sunday afternoon jam, which I've never been to, and our good friend Lynn Swill.
Yeah.
Belted out an amazing set.
She must be pretty tickled to see you there.
Oh, yeah, I just love watching her sing, and
oh, yeah.
She can sing the blues.
Yep.
And her band is amazing. She had Percy Marshall on guitar, who plays with who?
Oh, you just told me this.
He's the big famous producer, engineer in this city.
Right.
Homestead Recorders.
Right.
White-haired lasses.
Yeah, Barry Allen, of course. With the New Rebels is what I was trying to remember his band. It's the New Rebels.
I can't wait till that CD comes out.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Yeah. So much going on. Jeez.
And then, well, that was it. But next Friday, Saturday, I have to bring this up because the almighty Iron Maiden are playing Saturday in Toronto, and then they go to Quebec City Sunday. Yeah. And they're wrapping up the 2-year World Tour Book of Souls. 2 years. Think about that.
Wow. And
they're not young men.
I was just going to say that they're not young men, so that's pretty good. That's although you have a private jet, you can pretty much go wherever you want.
Well, I think at Indie Rock Radio, Mr. Gates, if you're listening to us, we could use a private jet, and we'll fly over.
Sure, he has a whole fleet of them.
Well, Pterodactyl Airlines maybe will fly.
Yeah. We'll have to strike a cross deal now with the 2 different programs we've got going on. So it'll be all kinds of kickbacks and stuff.
Now Thursday you were somewhere.
Yeah, I went to Jim Gray. Told me from he's from a number of bands, but way back in the day, Darkroom and now Cheatin' and Hurtin', and I think does his own thing as well. But he's gave me a heads up on the Dave Semenko Memorial at Rogers Place, and it was really, really nice. Wonderful thing to see because that's the era of hockey that I grew up in was Gretzky being protected by the mighty Dave Semenko, and it was so nice to see. We had a lot of old Glenn Anderson and Dave Hunter and Kevin Lowe and Glenn Sather, Wayne Gretzky, did a speech, and they had who else was there? One of his friends, Randy Donkersloot, and he was a friend that knew him when he was 5 years old, and they'd been friends from that far back, and so it was really nice to hear some stories about Dave Semenko as a person, not just as a hockey player, and it was a wonderful memorial, and I really applaud what the Oilers organization did, and it's a really good job. And none other than Jim Gray and Cheatin' and Hurtin' sang a song because they had some history with the Oilers and do a lot of performing with them. And Dave Semenko, I believe, sang a song with them on the opening, and he was the ambassador for the Oilers before he passed. And they sang. He just did a really cool. He's so cool, and he just did a really. I don't remember. It was a Sinatra song, but I can't recall the title. But it was really nice, and that was my Thursday. So I was really happy that I got a chance to celebrate that, and it was very much a celebration of Dave Semenko's life and all the great things that he brought to the city and the wonderful things that he left behind. So.
Well, that was Dave's favorite band back in the day from Edmonton, Cheatin' and Hurtin', of
course.
There you go.
That makes sense.
I think they played a lot at this old Sidetrack Cafe there on 112th Street.
Yeah, and that place is sorely missed.
Oh, my God.
What a mistake. They should have just left it alone.
You know what? I did see Jimmy.
Have a whole show on that.
I saw the Jimi Hendrix Experience play there without Jimmy, of course.
Right.
So, yeah.
Pretty cool.
There's some pretty cool musicians that went through.
Well, and the drop-in musicians that would happen there, like when the Stones were in town, you'd see those guys would just show up at the Sidetrack and hang out and jam and be like, what is going on here? When they had a live Alarcom, I guess it was Alarcom before it was ITV or Global now. That station used to cover live shows there as well. So it was just, there was so much happening at that place. And I'd like to pick up that mantle a bit. I think we should go live and do regular shows on some venue. We'll pick maybe the Forge, or we'll go around and do mobile ones.
Yeah, well,
City
there
needs
are venues in town that are trying to replicate that, and I think it'll be successful, and we're going to definitely be in on most of it, I hope.
You bet. Well, you know, we should... do you have any other news?
No, we should introduce a couple of guests here.
That's what I was going to say. They've been very patient with us as we
do a little
battle
talking. So, from STELLAFOX tonight, we'd like to welcome Kevin Fox and also Dan Warner. Welcome to Indie Rock Radio.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys.
Oh, it's our pleasure. How's it going?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you guys do? What were we up to this weekend?
Not much on the weekend, but
Nope.
we just came from rehearsal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last couple nights at did some rehearsals. Yeah, we were just there earlier.
Right on.
Yeah.
Good. We'll talk about upcoming gigs and shows and stuff once we get into it a little bit. So, looking forward to that. You said that you know Dave, Jim Gray. You've
Talked to him on Facebook plenty, and we're in talks of maybe working with him, and we really look forward to that.
I encourage you to do that.
Big
He's a
fan of him.
fantastic guy.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. You said something about you remember seeing him back in the day, or was it you? Yeah, it was you.
Just like videos of YouTube, and I remember people playing his cassettes back in the day in the 80s.
Right.
So I've been in Edmonton all my life, and
That's very cool. And that'd be cool to play with him on a project for sure.
Definitely.
Well, Fred, go ahead.
Well, I think, before we get into a little interview here, maybe we should play a quick song from STELLAFOX. What do you guys think?
Actually, if you look, we had a Cheatin' and Hurtin' song queued up here. Yeah. So I was going to play just a shout out to Jim Gray and
Let's start
Cheatin'
with
and Hurtin'.
Yeah, and that's a tribute to Mr. Dave Semenko.
That's
number
exactly
27, one of my favorite Oilers of all time.
There you go. So that's why I wanted to play it as well. So let's take a listen to this. This is Jim Gray, Barry Lyndall, and Cheatin' and Hurtin', a song called For Always. And this is Indie Rock Radio.
That's what we are.
CJSR 88.5 FM.
Remember the days of romance and flowers, when you'd sit and think about your lover for hours. Well, please let me say, we haven't lost those ways, honey. I'll be with you for always. The first day we met, I thought I must be dreaming. I couldn't believe the beauty I was seeing. And then when your eyes met mine, I gave up counting time, honey. I'll be with you for always. I'll open your doors, I'll light your cigarettes. Each day I'll say I love you, just so you don't forget. Every morning I'll kiss you and smile and say, baby, I'm gonna love you every possible way. You don't have to worry about me ever leaving. You won't need no tears, because I'll never leave you grieving. This I promise you, my dear. Let me make it very clear, honey. I'll be with you for always. Doors, I'll light your cigarettes. Each day I'll say I love you, just so you don't forget. Every morning I'll kiss you and smile and say, oh baby, I'm gonna love you every possible way. Remember the days of romance and flowers, when you'd could sit and dream about your lover for hours. Well, please let me say, we'll always have those days. Oh, honey, I'll be with you for always. I'll be with you for always. Be right here, baby. I'll be with you for always.
That's a beautiful song from old Blue Eyes himself, covered by Jim Gray.
Yeah, he is so funktastic.
That's beautiful.
It's amazing.
So yeah, and there's again that was in sort of honor of Dave Semenko, and let's move on to our special guests here, Fred. You brought in STELLAFOX is the name of the band. You've got Dan and Kevin here. So what can you tell us about these guys? Fred, how'd you meet them?
Well, how did I meet you? On Facebook, I guess.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Basically, and they said, you want to come on the show tonight? And here they are.
Right on, that's how it works. That's radio.
How it works. As quick as that.
Well, tell us, Kevin, why don't you tell us about yourself? And I'm looking at the wrong person. I'll get you guys down. That's Dan. Hey, now I got that.
I lived in Edmonton all my life. Played guitar for 21 years maybe.
Oh, wow.
I grew up on vinyl, so I love the classic rock, oldies, blues, soul, everything like that. Modern rock. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so I have a passion for all that too. And
right.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of it about me.
Dan. Yeah.
All right.
I guess I've been playing pretty much my entire life. I started playing piano when I was 7.
Right.
Picked up the guitar when I was about 22. I guess I've been playing. Grew up with a lot of like blues and jazz. Just playing. I like playing that as I learned how to play piano and kind of migrated that way. And
right. Was that sort of self-directed, or your parents sort of put you in some music? And
well, like my parents put me in and just kind of let me roll with it. And
do you have a musical family at all, or was that just kind of
not really.
Just one of those things to do?
Just one of those things. Like my dad kind of plays a little bit of guitar, but not a whole lot. So
right. That's
yeah,
cool.
I just got into it and really enjoyed it.
And Kevin, how about you? Is your family quite musical?
My dad was a musician. He taught me to play guitar when I was 14, I think. He was in and out of bands all his life too, and they were pretty good.
Oh yeah, that must be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, you guys definitely have a wide variety of influences, including the Beatles, The Doors, Led Zeppelin, Gordon Lightfoot, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers. You're kind of all over the place.
It's a great list.
there.
Kind of got like the 90s alternative mixed in with the classic rock, I guess. That's
That's pretty much it.
We used to call that Dino Rock.
Dino rock. Fossil fueled rock.
That's right, fossil fuel rock. Yeah, Alberta. We're gonna let's play one of your songs so we can let the audience get to know you through music a bit, and then we'll talk about the song. And it's a song called "Loathed Enemy." What can you tell us about this? When was this written and put down?
I think we wrote it a couple months before we went in the studio last year, and it's got lyrics from Shakespeare. It's a little bit of Romeo and Juliet, and Cleopatra and Mark Antony, the kind of relationship there.
Okay. Let's take a listen to it from the beginning. Oh, Fred, you got some?
Yeah, before we get to anything, if you want to talk to the boys, give us a call here at 780-492-2577, extension 1, and we'll put you on the air.
Right on. Let's take a listen to, this is from a self-titled EP, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is STELLAFOX and a song called Loathed Enemy. You're listening to Indie Rock Radio on CJSR 88.5 FM.
What's in her name is a joy.
little STELLAFOX and Load Enemy here on Indie Rock Radio, CJSR 88.5 FM.
Very cool.
That's a good tune.
Yeah, that's a very polished sound, and obviously you spent some time in the studio working on that.
Yeah.
Which studio was that you did this at?
It was at Two Bodies of Water on the west side of the city here.
Okay. Who's your producer?
James?
James.
I can't remember his last name.
All right. James.
James Brown?
No, just James.
Just James?
Oh, yeah, he's like Cher. He just has one name.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just James.
Just James. Well, good job, James. It sounds great.
No, that is a really good song. Tell us a little bit about STELLAFOX. How did you get started? What year?
Well, okay. The bass player, Jay Hammer, and myself used to be in a band, Empire Assassins, and that was a hard rock project, and we kept getting booked with heavy metal acts, and like, guys, we're not a heavy metal act. So the name was kind of associated in the wrong manner, and we thought we'd change the name, change our sound up a little bit, and that band kind of split up, and we started STELLAFOX. A few different name changes, a few different members came along, and I think Dan came in. What year you come? 2014?
Yeah, spring of 2014.
Yeah.
So a little over 3 years now.
And STELLAFOX, the name, I guess, if you want to think what it means, it's kind of mythological for the healer. Like, she used music to heal the people, and that's pretty much what the name means.
I couldn't pronounce the word healer.
Healer?
It's like healer.
Healer, like she healed music.
Yeah.
People with the music.
Yeah, it's a difficult word.
Yeah.
But I got the vibe there. What was your project prior to this? Was there a band or an?
No, I mean, prior to this, it was about 10 years me being out of playing music. I was in a wedding band when I was in my university days, and that was the
That's
last
cool.
thing I did. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Very cool. So just been practicing for 10 years.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds good to me. So.
Thank you.
In 2014, you played your first official show at the Bricks Bar.
Yeah, Rock for Santa show.
Yeah.
That was great.
Cool. Now tell me, I don't know where the Bricks Bar is, so you're going to have to film me.
Do you know where
out.
the Starlight Room is?
That's
where
where
it
it
is.
is.
Right below it.
Yeah,
basement there.
That's like the old Roxy or whatever it used to be called back
Right.
in the day.
Right.
Lush, all those places.
Oh, cool.
It's a pretty historic building.
Yeah, it's gone through a lot of different venue change and names though. So
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what was the Starlight Room before that? The Bronx.
Yep.
That before
That's going back into.
That's going back.
There was
Going
like
back.
3 bars there at the same time, I think, when it was the Bronx.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
yeah.
some wicked
So
bands in
after
there.
hours clubs there.
Yeah.
Our friends at Conline Crush played there. I saw them in there one time.
I don't doubt that.
Good old
That would be a
Trevor
perfect
Hurst.
place for Trevor Hurst to make some great music.
Are you guys familiar with Maceo Parker, the old saxophone player?
No.
He played with James Brown. I saw him there once, and it was the greatest show ever.
Oh,
They
really?
were supposed to start at 10. I don't think they came out till 1 o'clock.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
But it was a fantastic show.
Maybe friends with Axl Rose. Who knows?
Worth the wait, though. It sounds like. So it's in terms of the local scene. You guys have been for only a few years that you've been on the scene for that. I think I saw you guys at was it the Forge or at.
Yeah, we played at the Forge with King Ring Nancy, and
Yeah, that's what it was.
the
Yeah,
owner of the Forge, Dale, he filled in on drums for us that night.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
was different. Yeah, okay, so I have seen you guys, and I quite enjoyed it. And King Ring Nancy, of course, is a very heavy metal band from somewhere from the depths of hell, which is a good thing for a heavy metal band. That's
They
right.
got a lot of energy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We've seen them quite a few times now, haven't we, Mr. Wizard?
Yep.
So, boys, what can you tell us about She Wants Me?
Oh, I think we wrote the lyrics a couple weeks before we hit them up in the studio. There's not much to it.
Yeah, it's a little heavier too, on the heavier side for some of the stuff. I mean, the last one there is kind of a little funkier. This one's
More rocky.
more rocking. Yeah.
Do you guys write this stuff together, or is it sort of an organic process? You know, it might have a riff that comes in, and you kind of like, oh, this sounds good, and then you put sound to it.
That's about it. Yeah, like oftentimes Kevin will come up with a riff, and we'll jam it out a few times, and just work around that, figure out parts, and
Right.
and it just kind of takes a life of its own.
Right.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Well, that's rock and roll.
Yeah.
That is rock and roll.
Spontaneous, right?
Well, why don't we take a listen to some spontaneous music from STELLAFOX, and it's a song called She Wants Me, and it is off their self-titled album from 2016. CJSR 88.5 FM, CJSR.com.
Where do I begin? With a sink or you swim. If you wanna live, you've gotta learn to breathe in.
outside your skin. She's looking at me, not him. Could you fall in love with and die for someone who said when she called me over, standing in the moonlight, she's got eyes just like a cobra. She said, you know, I told you that one day I would own you. She said she want me all alone like the prophecies of Sonya. She wants me, she wants to take me home. She wants me all alone. She wants to take me home. She wants me.
Bit of a love song from STELLAFOX? No.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe. Temporary love.
I'm at living. All right. That's a temporary love. Isn't it always? All right.
Well, you know what? The next song I'm quite curious about because it's called Take Me Home and it's got Jessica Fedoric. How did you get Jessica? Because I've been talking to her the last couple days, and I just looked at the name, and I go, geez, that name sounds familiar. And I know she works for City TV down in Calgary, so how did that come about?
We just did an open casting call, and I think she was one of the first to reply, and we went with her. She showed up at the studio, and we loved her voice, just like that. And the song, I think we sent her the song, actually, before she came down. She worked with it a couple hours. And the song's about a one-night stand, and we even wrote her lyrics. She just kind of maybe changed them up slightly.
Yeah, and I think the song itself really works with her voice and how, you know, it's a call and answer type thing and kind of a bit bluesy feel to it too. And it all came together really nice.
And you said she has a sultry voice, so I'm kind of looking forward to this, actually.
Now you want to check it out right away?
Let's give her.
Yeah, okay, all right. Let's just get right down to it. This is STELLAFOX again with a song called Take Me Home, and it's Jessica Fedoric. And where was she? What was the band? Van Funk.
Van Funk. Yeah.
Van Funk, that's right.
Van Funk.
Yeah, Van Funk.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I played some Van Funk like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago, months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, Stephanie Harpe.
Grand Funk.
Yeah, right. Grand Funk. No, Stephanie Harpe had shared that CD along because she had her eyes on
really?
Jessica.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so let's take a listen. This is Take Me Home.
Indie Rock Radio, CJSR, 88.5 FM.
You say what you wanna say to me. You wanna take me home. Well, pretty mama, you don't wanna put my name in your phone. No, 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 no. See, I got something for you. You got something with my name too. You say you wanna take me home. One night stand where I can play put your cards on the table. You leave them before it's light. It's alright if you want me to say, yeah. Well, if you want me, you come and get me. You take me with you. You take me
Take Me Home from STELLAFOX featuring Jessica Fedoric. What a good song that is, guys. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Very, very, and like I said, very cool range, because you guys, when I saw you live, you had, I really enjoyed your acoustic, but then you guys just kind of tossed the acoustic guitar and grabbed the metal and, started hammering away on the electric again. It was, it's fun to see that variety, because you kind of, I don't know, I find, especially with the, four groups and at the Forge, that kind of night, it's cool when you see the range being shown rather than just, rather than just having everybody hammering away the whole, the whole set. So it was fun.
No, that is cool, especially when you're playing with King Nazi. They like to hammer away, all
That's
right.
right. There's no rest.
But no, I really like what you guys have done here. Like, amazing. So.
Thank you.
The thing is about rock and roll, like Bon Scott did say, Mr. Wizard, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Oh yeah, a lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work, and you got to slug it out. And
are you guys full-time musicians, or do you have other gigs going on?
I mean, that's the dream, right? But
we're all living a dream.
Other day jobs, and then we just pick up the music as much as we can.
As much as we can, yeah.
Right.
It takes up a lot of time, but it's good. I mean, it's a good way to spend some free time. So.
Yeah, so you said you were actually practicing before the show tonight, and you've had a fairly busy week of practicing, or weekend of practicing as well?
Just yesterday and today, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody was kind of gone for some time off.
Right.
So, I mean, you try to fit jams in there when you can, and we at least once a week, if not, a couple times.
Right.
Yeah.
So you tell us about the other members of the band, if you wouldn't mind. Just kind of, give us a little bit of, intro.
Okay, currently we got Dan, who plays guitar, keys, and backing vocals. I play guitar, lead vocals. We have Jay Hammer, who plays bass, and we just recently got a new drummer, Gleb Bugatti. And that's the four of us.
Right. J Hammer. It's a
Yeah.
pretty good name. Although Bugatti's pretty classic.
I like
too,
that.
so.
That is pretty cool. Club Bugatti.
Yeah.
He's
That
like
sounds-
right out of Russia. He's pretty Russian.
Oh, cool.
Oh, right on. So has that been, how's his English? I mean, I don't mean to
Actually,
assume.
he's been in Canada, I think, since he was 4. So
Okay,
he's still,
okay,
But
okay,
he's
okay.
still kind of like a little bit of an accent. He doesn't hear it, but
You guys can hear.
Does he like the sip of Smirnoff? Or?
I think he does.
Yeah.
So you guys are working on a studio project now, from what I understand, for 2017 EP release. Is that,
You
is
know,
that true?
we recorded 9 songs with our previous drummer, and he left due to health reasons, so we're not going to release those songs. And we have a couple that are in progress. We aim to now release 2 EPs this year, so maybe 8 or 9 songs.
Oh, wow.
But different songs.
Busy. And are you self-promoting, or self-label kind of thing? Or what do you-
Yeah, pretty much.
Right on. Well, we'll make sure we do our part to, get the word out.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, because I think that's an important part of it. I love the fact that, we're not going to hear music like this if we leave it up to, just large production companies and stuff. And it's not that they're not doing their part and that they're contributing to the, the music scene.
Yeah.
But there's so much music and there's so much stuff that doesn't get just an opportunity to get heard.
Exactly. I mean, this is so important just to get more and more, exposure for anybody out there trying to get out there. So
Yeah.
Well, that's the job of Indie Rock Radio, Mr. Wizard. It's up to me and you to get the sounds out there because there's so, like you said, there's so much talent in this city. Not just bands, singing musicians, and
Well, then the
every
footwork-
week it's more fun. Like I'm just having so much fun doing this.
That's what I mean. But the footwork you're doing is, very genuine. We're trying to promote and give a voice to those bands because we know that there's, we found a great place for it. So, CJSR, we love you and we're thankful to have the place to, share musicians like STELLAFOX. And we also get a chance to really promote some music that otherwise will just get choked out by, the rest of the much bigger budget commercial stuff. So
that's right.
And you know what, to all you indie bands out there, if you're listening right now and you're thinking, wow, I should like to be on the radio, well, get hold of us and we'll endeavor to get you on this show. That's our job.
That's exactly it.
So-
It's definitely, and it's a job that we get paid by, having a chance to meet some really cool musicians and let you get really want people to get to know you as people because, there is, of course your music speaks for itself. I mean, you're professional musicians. So, that kind of goes without saying. We already expect a certain level of music when we have people come in.
Yeah.
But then we see an opportunity to really get to know, like, these are human beings that are, putting out some really cool stuff. And sometimes there's, there's some personal stories behind the music that, add a whole different depth to it. Or there's maybe sometimes there's a struggle or there's some, really cool way that you got to become a band. And that's the kind of stuff we like to hear. So, how'd you guys meet?
Kijiji for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and I met Jay.
Is that how bands come together now? Kijiji are plenty of fish. Between those two.
Yeah.
Really, Kijiji. So you put the word out there that you're looking for a guitarist.
Yeah, I was actually looking for somebody to play guitar and keyboards and who could sing at
Right.
the same time. And then Dan's the triple threat. He stepped up, and it's been great since.
Wild.
That is wild.
Yeah.
And we actually met Gleb off Kijiji as well. Yeah, but Jay I met through my wife. So yeah.
Wild. I didn't realize Kijiji was such an important part of music.
Well, it's just kind of lucked out. You just
There's still lots of ads on there daily. It's
Yeah.
like if bands are looking for somebody, maybe check Kijiji if you're having a hard time.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I would have thought with Facebook and all the social networking tools out there that might be where people are getting together. But apparently, Kijiji.
well, like, for myself, like I said, I was about 10 years out of playing, and I'm not from Edmonton originally, so
All right.
I didn't really know anybody in the scene or
Fair enough. Okay.
musician friends I could kind of tag along with, so it really helped.
Where are you from originally?
Saskatoon.
Okay. Right on.
Nice.
Still a prairie boy.
Still a prairie boy, yeah.
Cool. So what can you tell us about Watch It Burn?
Okay, the song talks about White Avenue. It opens up with
wicked.
driving slow like it's 82, reference to the 82nd Avenue. Listening to Hall & Oates when you're driving down the avenue. There's a little bit of a lyric of Hall & Oates in there too, and I guess some reference to rolling some smokes, and maybe that's the gist of the song.
Love it. It's so much fun having local bands as well because they sing and they celebrate stuff in our city that that is probably very personal for you guys, but it'll elicit other kind of memories from other people and be like, yeah, it's exactly like my weekend, and so that's cool.
Well, let's play a little bit
I
of
am
Watch
gonna
It
play
Burn
this one.
and a little STELLAFOX here on Indie Rock Radio.
Driving slow just like it's 82. Hauling olds right down the avenue. Singing she's a man-eater. Whoa, whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up to the rhythm of her drums. You say that you can roll, so you know just what to do. Well, you stoke the fire, I've got this song to sing to you. Once you get it twisted, we get lifted, take our turn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn. Watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn, yeah. Thinking of the past like it's 92. A backyard fire, just me and you. Well, memories getting faded while we sit here like we made it. Well, I'm gonna light this fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn. Watch it burn. You say that you can roll, so you know just what to do. Well, you stoke the fire, I've got this song to sing to you. Once you get it twisted, we get lifted, take our turn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn. Watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn. Watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn, yeah. Burn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. We'll watch it burn. You can light the fire, we'll both sit back and watch it burn. Burn.
This is Ralph Nader. I think community radio all over North America is exceedingly important in a time of concentration of ownerships by a few media conglomerates, one of which owns now 1,100 radio stations in the United States and has proceeded to homogenize them and to cut the number of reporters and other staff that would connect with the community. So support them with your funds, with your listening time, and the one here that you should support is CJSR FM 88. Thank you.
Yeah, what Ralph said. That was Ralph Nader. The guy's very famous. And he's all about indie rock radio.
Ralph Nader.
We like that.
That's right.
Well, we should be.
Yeah. So that was Watch It Burn. That was the last from that 2016 release, if I look at my playlist. So that was all... So where are you selling that? Where can people get that music if they want to get
Pretty
it?
much online, anywhere music's sold, like iTunes. Is it Spotify?
Spotify.
Spotify, Google Play, it's on there.
Everywhere. Bandcamp.
Come to our shows and buy an EP.
Yeah, right.
That's the best way.
You know?
That is the best way, isn't it? It's all about the live shows. That's I totally agree. I'll go to bands I don't even like just to see them play live, because I think there's something. As a matter of fact, I think it's harder to be a bad band and play live knowing that you're bad, because you really got to put it out there.
Exactly.
That's got to be hard, man.
Yeah.
And I respect that. I think that's it. And you guys are, like I said, yeah, you put on a really good performance and you have a very clean sound, and it sounds just as clean live as it does on the produced EP. So that's pretty cool. That's professional Professional artistry.
Well, you can't beat live music. And you know what? Everybody in this city should be out supporting these bands. There's so many different venues to go to.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting on your couch eating cheesies, playing Nintendo, Xbox, go out and watch some rock and roll.
Yeah. Well, and the
Good
venues,
for the soul.
the venues are cheap. I mean, like,
Exactly.
you're looking at $5-10 cover charges. I mean, come on. Good luck getting into the Rexall or to Rogers Place for that much.
Well, look at
you can't even get a beer for that much. Now.
Last Saturday at Shaker's, seeing Earl Pearl and the Steadies, $10.
Yeah. Yeah, and he played 3 solid sets. I mean, that guy put in, I don't know, what 4 hours of music?
They were nonstop.
Yeah, he played his ass off, and just a really nice guy, very genuine. So if you want to do something with him, you should look him up as well. He's very
Yeah.
You guys, do you remember Wide Mouth Mason at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
So, yeah.
Saskatoon.
Oh, right, of
I
course.
think I saw them at Blues on White years ago. Actually.
Probably for sure did. Yeah,
I've never seen him a couple times at the Buds.
You've probably seen him in Saskatoon because that's where he's
Saskatoon,
hails out of.
yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Aren't the Sheepdogs from Saskatoon?
Yeah.
There you go.
This is indie rock. This is the Sheepdogs. I love the names of indie bands too because they're going for big scores. You know, it's like Mike was on and he was talking about what was it, Elvis Christ. You know,
Elvis Christ.
you know, he looked up. He was trying to think of something that would market well, and so he just looked up the two biggest Google words. It was Elvis and Christ. He's like, oh, okay, let's put that together. You know, I was like, that's genius.
Yeah, it didn't go over so well according to Mike, but he's going to revamp that. So
you're working on the new EP that you're working on will. You're not doing the new EP.
Well, yeah, we're gonna do 2 new EPs, but
okay.
The 9 songs we recorded with our previous drummer we're not releasing.
Okay.
But so it's all new stuff. Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna say that. That's not true. We've got 2 songs with him that we are releasing. The Other Side and United We Stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the we have Other Side actually, and then we have Bottle of Poison as well.
Sweet.
And so that was actually. Tell us about Bottle of Poison. You said sweet. That sounds like an endorsement.
It's a song about a shotgun wedding. I think we did that song live on air too at Two Bodies of Water.
Yeah. This is the live version, the live acoustic version.
And we never played acoustic before. I think that was the first time we ever did it. We maybe had a half-hour rehearsal right before the show, and
We weren't quite sure what to expect, and I had my keyboard ready to go. I had to transpose all the rest of the songs on keys onto me playing guitar, so
Really?
that was interesting just to kind of jump right into it.
But you played acoustic keys.
No,
like you played
acoustic
piano?
no, because I went on guitar for those ones instead of playing on keys.
Right. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I get what you're saying. You played the key parts on guitar.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. I got it. Fred, is this all clear?
yeah, it's all clear.
We're all on the same.
Sounds
We're all on the
good.
right pages.
So why don't we get after a little Bottle of Poison from STELLAFOX?
Yeah, let's take a listen to the. This is live on air. Where was it played at?
Two Bodies of Water, the recording studio there.
Oh, at the studio. Oh, okay. That's right. Take a listen. Bottle of Poison.
Got a bottle of poison and a smoke in my hand. Look good when I stand beside you. With you I will ride or die to hell and back into the sky too. Chunk of wedding you say I've got to marry, but I would rather boysenberry you in the sand where I stand alone with my guitar in hand and I'm in the zone. And hey, no matter what they do, I'm gonna take you there, and there I'll take you on. No matter what they say, if I take you on. I got a bottle of poison and a smoke in my hand. I look good when I stand beside you. With you I will ride or die too, and then back into the sky too. A shotgun wedding you say I've got to marry, but I would rather boysenberry you in the sand where I stand alone with my guitar in hand and I'm in the zone. And hey, what they say. If I take you
I'm picturing a Tarantino film with that playing.
A little bit, yeah.
Have you done any videos at all?
No,
videos?
we've talked about doing it. It's on a list of things we want to get done here in the near future, anyways.
Which song would you pick if you were to do a video right now?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
I'd like to get very personal. I asked really like right,
We were in talks of making a video for the other side.
Yeah,
but
the other side has a good video vibe to it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So it's that last song was from that again. That was a live recording, but is that going to be on the new EP then?
You know, we recorded it with the previous drummer, and maybe we'll re-record it later on, but it won't be on anything this year.
That's an older one we've had. We've had that one for a couple. One of the first ones we
yeah, it was one of our first songs. Yeah.
Well, give your stuff put it out there, man.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. Fred, what do you think of that? Bottle of Poison.
I like that song. Every song so far has something to it, and there's little different segments in each song. Like everything's different. It's not all the same.
Yep.
Even though there's nothing wrong with that, just Angus and the boys.
Well, I like every time we bring in people that are bringing in their original music too. I love that because it's just, I mean, I can't even imagine the work. I mean, although sometimes it sounds like it's a very organic process, and you can pull out a song in an hour or two, and then sometimes it's just this years in the making. Like you had this poem you found when you're like a 12-year-old angsty kid, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna turn this into a song. So 30 years later, you've got a tune, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's really cool just to have artists who put together their own music. And, are you writing more for the EP that you're coming out with, or is there enough stuff that you guys have already ready? Or
we're always coming up with new stuff. It's like,
and then it's just deciding what goes on the EP.
Yeah.
Right.
When we're going to do it. Yeah.
It's hard to get a sense of the process though, because you guys have your lives, your other lives, your non-rock and roll lives that go on. And,
definitely.
Imagine that probably makes it very difficult to sort of move things forward and put together the funds to release music. Although it's probably easier, you can self-publish and do a lot more stuff.
That's kind of
and you can do it from home now, so it makes it that much easier.
Yeah, you get a good computer and a microphone.
You necessarily don't have to go to a big studio and do it all. You can just go at a little home studio, do what you got to do.
That's right, 2 turntables and a
microphone. It doesn't cost a lot of money actually to put out an EP, does it?
Well, if you go to a studio, it can. You got the fees. There's mixing and mastering and editing, all that involved too. And I think you can only do so much at home, but I mean, in a studio, it can get expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell. I mean, that CD the EP that you shared with us, that's clearly studio work. It's not that you're. It'd be nice if people could nail off that sound, first try, just park it in the studio, play it, and you're done. But I don't think that's how it works. And you can see a good engineer like guys like Bob Habkirk. We've seen him work his magic, and there's a lot to it. It's not just there's an art to that part of it.
Yeah.
To make your music
it's
sound
crazy
better.
when you watch Bob in action. He'll sit there, what's that little ting? What's that little ting? And you're like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
But he's got the ear. Those guys like Barry Allen's the same thing. They just got the ear.
Yeah.
If you don't got the ear, you're not going to be able to engineer much music.
You got to have the ear, and perhaps you have to have white hair. because they both have
They
white
both do, and
They
they're-
do, and so does Miles, doesn't he?
They're very knowledgeable, aren't they?
So are you producing your other new album at the same studio again, or is it?
No, we're doing the home recording route on this.
Oh, so you're going to do the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not just laying it down and then going to remaster it or get it mastered somewhere else. You're going to do the
We'll
whole.
probably have it mixed, or probably mastered definitely outside, yeah.
Right.
We use a guy, Jamie, at Out of Town Sound. I think he's in Manitoba, Winnipeg area somewhere.
Okay, this is different from James.
Yeah.
All right, you just prefer your James names.
Well, that's what's cool about those handheld recorders. We can go and actually record a show and put it on the radio for any band, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So at least they're getting their music out there.
Well, we'll come to your next show that you could do. Next live gig. When is your next live gig?
We're actually playing a show on the 22nd, but it's kind of I'm not going to call it a private show. You have to apply to get tickets to it. It's let's call it a cannabis festival, and they don't just want anybody coming. So
I think I qualify.
yeah, you can.
Is Justin Trudeau going to be there?
Well, I'm intrigued, and I'd love to have a chance to.
Well, hey, don't forget the CannaFest is happening pretty soon in
That's
Grand
in August,
Forks.
isn't it?
Yeah, that would be quite the festival.
Yeah.
So where is this going to be? Like
They're not releasing the
They can't
location
tell you,
until the
Fred.
day
He
before.
said it was secret.
We don't even know. We don't know.
Secret. Oh, you don't even know.
They won't tell even the ticket holders till the day before. It's that.
They wouldn't remember anyways.
Yeah.
So don't tell them a week ahead. There's just no point.
There's no point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're there already, man. So the next song we've got on deck here is a song called Other Side. What can you tell us about this one?
We recorded this one at home. I'm going to be honest, it's not entirely finished yet. We have like a couple of people we want to bring in for backing vocals. Like we're talking with Jim Gray. Maybe he'll come in, hopefully.
I remember, when you said that at the beginning, I was excited because I like Jim Gray.
The song itself is just kind of about being away from your significant other and how you shouldn't focus on your time apart. Just focus on the time together and just enjoy what you have. And that's pretty much the whole song.
It's kind of going through the journey of life. And
Do you guys married? Do you guys have families and stuff as well?
yeah.
So
We're both
that's a
married,
whole
kids.
other draw then. Oh yeah, both have kids then, right?
yeah.
How old are your kids, Kevin?
My daughter's 2, a little over 2.
Right on. Not so terrible twos.
She's pretty good.
And you, Dan?
I have a 4-year-old daughter and 19-year-old stepson. So
Wow, that's that is daughters. I have a son, and they're much simpler.
yeah, girls can be.
Good luck.
She's fun, but
Yeah, of course they are.
You know.
Absolute delights. Well, that's really cool that you're balancing family and music as well. And do they enjoy your music? Your kids like your stuff?
Yeah, I know it's Dad on the car when the CD goes in. And
That's so cool.
She likes it.
They're pretty supportive of us too. So
Right on. Yeah. Well, they'll probably be financially supporting you guys at some point as well, because I know it's a long way to the top.
Well, let's get to Drive from STELLAFOX here on Indie Rock Radio with Fred Zeppelin and the Wizards. CJSR.
Are we doing Drive? No,
Are we doing Drive? Yeah, we're doing.
Oh yeah, we already did. Did we do Other Side? We already did Other Side.
We did.
no, we didn't do the other side yet. Not yet.
No, we
That's
did.
the one we're
Jeez,
talking
Fred, what are you doing?
Shoot, I'm jumping the gun.
Jumping the queue.
Well, it's after midnight. It's actually Dino Rock.
No, not anymore. It's all just indie rock.
It's all
now.
indie rock.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Dino Rock is just we're spinning that off to
Oh,
another.
geez, I'm just watching the prompter here. Okay, you're
Yeah.
right. Pterodactyl Airlines is no more.
No, it's not. It still exists. We're just in a different venue.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's. Sorry, guys. We usually would put crickets on at this point.
Okay, I guess we'll get the Other Side from STELLAFOX here on Indie Rock Radio. Fred Zeppelin, the Wizard, CJSR 88.5 FM, CJSR.com.
Coming, going in ways that you don't see me for days. When I'm gone, I miss you greatly. At times I'm coming home late, hair mess but still looking great. Have I gone too far lately? Life is too short to think about our time apart. When we unite each time it feels just like the start. You make me feel so safe and warm inside. I see you on the other side. 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 Yeah, I see you on the other come home for days. When I'm gone, I miss you greatly. I'm always dressed for the date. Looks kill except in the fate. Have I gone too far lately? Life is too short. Just enjoy the ride. Come and dance with me to the other side. You make me feel like a lion with its pride. See you on the other side. I see you on the other side. See you on the other side. I see you on the other side. Yeah. See you on the other side. I see you on the other side. Yeah. I see you on the other side. I see you. I see you. I see you on the other side. I see you on the other side. I see you on the other side. Yes, I see you on the other side. 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 See you on the other side.
Very cool.
Very, very cool.
Well, that's self-produced and mixed and put out right out of your very own basement.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love how the technology now is, like they talk about sort of garage bands way back in the day where, you're making your tapes and your cassette tapes and taking them into radio stations to get played and stuff. And it's just,
Listen to my demo.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got my demo tape, but this is a whole other level of demo tape, and this is ready to go. You can just put this online and sell it as is, man. It's very cool. And so that's the again 2017. That will be released.
Yeah,
that's
one of the ones we're putting out there, yeah.
Okay, we're going to keep on top of that, and we'll, as you have more stuff, if you're willing to release them to us, we will happily play them. So
of course,
we're going to work on a regular playlist actually that will run after our show, and so we'll put stuff and queue it up and have intros, with the titles and all that.
That'd be perfect.
More airplay.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be late at night, but it's still going to be getting you some, some. There's people up. Hey, everybody, wake up. Give us a call, 780-492-2577. Prove to STELLAFOX that you're listening and that you're awake. Yeah. And even if it's if it's family or if the kids, I think your kids are probably too young.
They better be in bed.
They better be in bed.
But no, keep us posted on upcoming shows. Any news at all about STELLAFOX, let us know, and we'll definitely get it out there. And I want to check you out, like when you're playing in Edmonton for sure. Let us know. We can advertise it and pack the place.
Oh yeah, that's definitely something we're committed to. Is we want to get some buzz out there. One of the reasons why I like to record live is because I like people not to take away from your event. I like to share with people what they've missed because it's not the same. It's as good as the recording is. It's not the same as seeing it live. So I like to give those teasers, and so your next show, I'm going to see if I can work something out and make sure we can share more of your live vibe and get it back on Indie Rock Radio here and continue on with what we're doing. So speaking of sort of music, what we were talking about some of your influences. Fred rattled off a list of incredible bands, and maybe we can just talk a little bit briefly because we want to throw in some music after you guys are done. I'm not sure if you're pressed for time, but we yeah, I mean you have probably kids to get home to, families and stuff, and jobs for tomorrow. But this is radio.
Right.
This is rock and roll, And,
what would be one of your top 5 songs? Let's put you on the Give me just top one.
Riders on the Storm is one of my all-time favorites. I mean, I love the Doors. Love Ray Manzarek's sound, and it's kind of comes out a little bit in what I play.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Right. Kevin?
Off the top of my head, I'm going to say Black Day in July by Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I love Gordon Lightfoot.
That's cool.
Ray Manzarek, eh?
Yeah.
I met him, actually.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
A long time ago.
That's it?
No, the reason why, because
Your stories are usually better, Fred.
these are pretty good, but this is a really good story. He actually went and seen Blue Cheer in concert.
Oh, wow. I'd love to see them. You got me hooked on Blue Cheer. I'd never even heard of them before. And our first show we featured Blue Cheer on our very, very, very first show. And it was just like trippy stuff. I was just hooked as soon as I heard it. So, yeah.
Have you ever heard of Blue Cheer?
Yeah, what was that one cover song they did?
Summertime Blues.
Yeah.
Okay, and on the B side of that was a song called Out of Focus.
Out of
My dad had
Focus.
the 45.
Oh,
I learned how to play that song.
Oh, wicked.
I put it on like half speed, and I learned how to play it. And I did down to my guitar.
And it is out of focus, is it not?
That's a
At half
bad
speed,
song,
it's
though.
probably...
It was really tribute.
And you guys can probably guess how they got the name Blue Cheer.
Acid.
Yeah, little LSD back in the day, but
I heard they were one of the loudest bands ever.
they were the
recorded at a
loudest at
dock
the
or
time.
something.
And they're the grandfathers of heavy metal music in San Francisco, California. I don't know how I stumbled upon them, but very interesting band. And a lot of people know who they are, though, because when I was at the one concert with Kick Axe and Helix, the guy that does the show here at Midnight Friday, what's the name of it? I can't think of it right now, but I was wearing a Blue Cheer shirt.
Yeah.
What? This guy comes running up, almost tackles me. Where'd you get that shirt?
Was it the shirt that I gave you?
Yeah. That was our very first show.
Yep.
Well, I'm getting tears thinking about it.
Oh, Fred. Somebody give a hug, guys. Well, that's not required.
Now we're going to get to the song Drive.
Yeah. Well, we finally get to... this is a recording by you, Kevin? Is that...
Yeah,
correct?
we were doing some home recordings, and everybody left for the day, and I'm like, I still want to play some music, so I just kind of threw on a drum beat and put some stuff down. I think there's a MIDI file in there, and I just did the guitar, the bass, the vocals, and...
Like, just on the spot, or is this a song you'd
Just on the spot, just kind of made it up. I think I wrote it, recorded it, and I was done in 45 minutes, maybe.
All right, so for those of us that are non-musicians, it's sort of like, yeah, okay, jerk. Oh, it's that easy. All right, oh, great. It's going to be an amazing song, too, I bet. All right. Let's take a listen to Drive. I'm joking, you're not a jerk. Just prolific. It's a song called Drive from Kevin Fox of STELLAFOX. This is what he can do in half an hour. Let's see what I can come up with. Wow.
Yeah.
That was really cool. What could you do in like an hour? Just joking. That's a great song, though. So are you going to release that, or is that just just another thing you're going to keep in your pocket?
It's a free download on Reverb Nation. That's about it.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, folks, go to Reverb Nation and get that, because that's a pretty good song for free. Yeah, you shouldn't give your stuff away, though. It's pretty good stuff.
For 45 minutes.
Yeah, I suppose. That's really good, though. I really like that. It was just a really...
Cheers, thank you.
And we don't have any more music from you guys. What are we going to do now? I guess we'll have to move on to some of the music that you like as kids.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
I've got a tune here from The Doors, one of my absolute favorites of The Doors, so I'm going to definitely play this. So let's take a listen to Riders in the Storm, and then we'll, do you want to wrap it up, or do you have more stuff? Let's talk about, sort of future plans. And, you're welcome to stay as long as you want. We, of course, this is celebrating you and STELLAFOX and all the vibe they're about, but we've got some other music we'd like to play along. And Fred has some, old classic stuff that, well, not classic, Dino Rock stuff.
Dino Rock.
We're still,
Fossil Field rock.
channeling the Fossil Field, but take a listen to this. If you don't know this song, you probably weren't alive.
Or you're stuck in the 60s still.
Ooh, it's a little rainy out today. Let's put you in the mood. This is The Doors, Riders on the Storm. It's an awesome song. Good choice, guys.